Hey guys, Eric here. Got to finish up this lazy Susan that Tina's been working on. I got to put the hardware on and then get it put together. So I've got the base here right now. I've got my center line already located. So I just need to center this up on it and get it traced out. What I'll wind up doing is I'll trace this out and then I will route out a spot for this to inset into and get that screwed down and get the center located and everything on the top of the lazy Susan, or the bottom side of it I should say, and then get it mounted. So I've got to do that. Another thing I got to do is I'll have to drill a hole all the way through. The easiest way to do these is drill you a hole all the way through the base, and then that way you can flip it over and run your screws up into the bottom side of the top of the lazy Susan and secure it to that. So I've got the hardware here. I've got most everything laid out. So what I need to do is I need to measure off of my center mark and then get this traced out so I know what to do. So if you look on these on Amazon, I believe they say 4 inches. They're not 4 inches. They're 3 3/4 of an inch. So keep that in mind. So what I need to do is I need to come in about 1 7/8 inches off of that center hole here and make my line. Get my centers. So now I'll just come in, I'll just square that up on my lines, hold it, and then I can trace out. So I know where to route. Been doing this with just a normal pencil on walnut, and anybody knows walnut being a dark wood, it's be kind of hard to see. So I finally decided to use a white pencil. Another thing I like to do too is I'll stick my pencil in. I gotta get a little bit more lead out, and I'll trace out a round spot. Because when I inset these, the screws will sometimes hit. So this just makes it, so I'll just cut a little groove out here if I don't break it. And this will just give a nice little groove here for the top screws to ride through so nothing's jamming up on each other. And it doesn't really matter here because nobody's going to see it. I like doing this because I like being able to put the lazy Susan and the base down close to each other. You still want a little bit of a gap, but it don't need to be a really big gap. And with this circle groove here, that'll give the screws enough room to grind around. They don't have to worry about bumping or grinding on nothing. So yep, that will work there. So now I'm gonna take my router, what I like to do is, okay, so I got this set. What I like to be able to do, see if you can see that on camera there. Not hogging out a whole lot, just enough for that base to be able to sit down in there. I've got me a spot marked out to put my through hole. I'm going to go ahead and drill that out now. And that'll give me a space where I can be able to run the screws through. That done. And that'll give me a spot there where I can. So, alrighty. Okay. Alright, so now we just need to sand that up a little bit. I'll be right back. Alright, sand this up a little bit. That'll be fine there. So now I'm going to clean up the mess, put some finish on here. You still don't want exposed wood on it because it still will draw moisture with one end, with the bottom side finished and the edges finished. You're more susceptible to moisture getting in here. It can cup. So get some finish on here, but I'll be right back here. All right, so got the sawdust cleaned up. Now I'm just gonna wipe this down with some mineral spirits to get sawdust out of it that I couldn't get with the shop vac. I just want to have a nice clean surface with the finish on. Let this dry, and we'll come back and put some finish down. All right, we'll be back. All right, so I've got the base finished, got the finish on it, and it's drying right now. So went ahead and marked center on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and mark. I don't need to trace it, but I need to mark where the screws will go and get those pre-drilled and ready. And then once the finish dries on the base, I can get it on it and get this thing put together, and this thing will be ready to go. And Tina's already got this sold, so we need to get it done. So I just need to get a drill bit and get those pre-drilled. Give me just a minute, I'll be right back. All right, so get these things pre-drilled real quick. So now, I just gotta wait for the finish to dry on the base, and we can get this thing put together, and we'll have a final look at it and let y'all see. Be back in a minute. All right, so I've got the holes pre-drilled in the base. Finish is dry. So now we just need to attach the plate to the base and get this thing put together. These screws are real easy to break, so I just get them in here, snug them down, and with the drill, now I'll use a regular screwdriver and actually suck them down tight with the screwdriver. All right. And get the screwdriver. Give me a second. And I'll snug them down by hand. All right, so I'm going to flip this over. And the trick here is kind of line it up best you can. Alrighty, got the base going on, got everything lined up. Got a couple screws in here. Just need to cinch them down. These others in. By hand. All right, so I got it in here. Spins. Let's turn this thing over and I think that'll do. Tina gets home, she can polish it up and take it to the client. And she's ready to go. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, tell us what you think. And let's see what we can get into next. Bye now.